Alrighty. Hola, bandidos. Good evening. How are you? I'm well. Thank you for asking. That's right. It's time for some more Dragon Age, baby. Oh my god, my headphone cable is so tangled. Top tier. Ah! Right. Okay. So, we did a bit of futzing around last night. Did a little bit more of Here Lies the Abyss. I'm in two minds because I kind of actually want to do the ball now. This game. Oh my god, this cable is just refusing to stay untangled. Why? Why? Anyway. I am going to attempt to go craft myself a new weapon. I think am I on the right? Oh, no, that's responding fast enough. I thought I was on the wrong screen for a moment. Oh my god, this is awful. I don't know why this is so bad. It's just coiling up all around me. Terrifying. Terrifying. Anyway. Let's... Oh, no, I need to go back to the war table. God, what was I thinking? I mean, I legitimately opened the game there so that I knew this is what I have to do first. You're hoping I was streamed tonight? Ghost. Ready to serve. Hello, sir. How are you doing? How you going, man? So that I could, you could have a stream to attend while you were doing some of your editing. Then, this one assumes. I shouldn't assume. Assuming's bad. Okay, this is the Josephine quest. Speak with Minister Belize at party. Inquisitor, I have the time and place in the Marquis's party. You must find a way to speak with Minister Belize privately about ratifying the Duparaket's return to nobility. It is the last step we need. She holds the success of the entire endeavor in her hands. Okay. How long has that got? 10 minutes. I don't think I've actually got too many other expeditions currently, which means I'm doing pretty well. Emerald Graves, Exalted Plains, and Bristolion. So I need to save 50, and I have 67. There's one of these I know I really should unlock before doing that. I think it's in Bristolion. I'm pretty great. Yes, also while I cook, and also... Aw, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. I'm doing alright. It's, I'm still very, very tired, because once again, I didn't really sleep very well last night, and it was a busy, busy day at work. And, I've got the pollen out where my folks live is horrendous. So my hay fever gets really bad when I'm out here, and I can just feel it. It's just sitting right there. It's like, fucking awful. What are you cooking up tonight, buddy? I kind of feel maybe it's that one I'm supposed to unlock. Let's do that. The hills of Bristolion are in peril. A maidservant recently returned from visiting an uncle in Sarnia spoke of gruff, helmeted men about the village's quarry and the appearance of strange red crystals in the fields close by. As suspected, red lyrium sent men to investigate, but the bridges linked to the area had all been destroyed. The Red Templars' handiwork, I wager. If we do not act quickly, all of the Highlands may be lost. Wish I bore fairer tidings, my dear. My warmest regards to your family. I pray for the quelling of the winter cars. We meet again in springtime. Truest friend and ally, Edouard de Zgheib. Maybe it's that one? Maybe it's that one? Oh. As long as I save 30, so I've got 37 to spend. So let's do that. Let's unlock it anyway. The Elfblood River froze over after an unseasonable chill. We'll need brave soldiers and sturdy mounts, but it's our only path into the mountains. Into the mountains. Pretty simple one tonight. Crumbfish fillets, crispy smashed buds, and peas. I love the sound of that, though. We break through to Sarnia and lead Scout Hardings with the vanguard sent to establish an Inquisition camp. Her early reports indicate that the Red Lyrium is spreading. I like that, though. Went out and got myself some fish on the way home, so I can cook that up sometime in the next week. Okay, we will go to Emprise de Lyon. I don't know that I'll do much there, but I want to unlock it and check and see which zone it is. One of these is important prior to the ball, and I can't remember if it's this one or the Exalted Plains. Looking at that picture, it's the other one. Oh, this was one of the last zones I did in my previous playthrough. I don't know why I left this one till last. I think I just had no
Inquisitor.
real need to do it.
Scout Harding.
We're on the outskirts of Sarnia. This is what's left of the town. The lucky ones got out before the river froze over. The rest, penned in by Fade Rifts and Red Templars. We're the first friendly face they've seen in a long, long while.
Investigate. How did the river freeze?
How did an entire river freeze so quickly?
It got really cold, really quickly. Sarnia
That'll do it.
relies on its river for everything.
That'll do it.
Trade, food. They weren't expecting this.
Why are the Red Templars here?
Do you know why the Red Templars have come here?
Can't tell you much. The Templars have outposts all through the hills. Our scouts haven't been able to get through. It probably has something to do with the local stone quarry, though. A lot of the workers went missing after the Red Templars moved in.
I honestly think I've got the ability to unlock virtually every zone in the game that isn't story, like a main story quest one. Inquisitor to the rescue, huh?
Here I come to save the day. Again.
That's why we love you. The Red Templars have been mounting frequent attacks. They want Emprise de Lyon. Bad. Let's get out there and take it back from them.
Heck yeah. Although, maybe not today. Yeah, okay, so it is the ice. Or the snowed over area. If I remember, this map is massive. Lyrium, Grey Warden, Lyrium, or Varric. It's main story. Well, it's not main story, it's the zone story. Cassandra. Zone story. Varric. Okay. Okay. That's fine. Let's go back. We've got to get back. And unlock. It must be the Exalted Plains then, is the one I'm thinking of. I'll unlock that. We'll go there and we'll see what's happening. And then I will craft myself my, look at crafting some new armor and weapons out of my materials. And then I'm either just going to mess around doing the zone stuff and trying to complete other stories, or I'm going to jump into main story stuff. It's just, I know that the main story stuff here is massive. Oh, I gotta go talk to Blackwall. My knees are fine, don't worry about it. Because I picked up some artifacts on the Storm Coast. And he'll be incredibly passive-aggressive. Oh, I wish I'd been there for that. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Heard you found something that had to do with wardens. Would have liked to have seen it.
Uh-huh. Alright, let's talk about you.
I want to hear more about you.
Compared to yours, my life will seem dull indeed.
Yeah, well, you weren't always a warden.
What did you do before you became a warden?
I was a soldier, a nobody trained to wield a sword and follow orders. I grew weary of fighting other men's wars.
So you became a warden?
More or less. Becoming a great warden. It's the first time I felt like I mattered. The life I led before seems hollow in comparison. Perhaps one day it will fade away.
Okay, why'd you become one?
Why did you join the wardens?
Because they remember honor and sacrifice. Words that have little meaning to the rest of us. Because they lay down their lives for those they have sworn to protect. We all need to believe there are such men in the world. I needed to believe I could be one of them.
Where are you from?
Your name Blackwall doesn't sound Orlesian. Marcher then? Ferelden?
I was from the Free Marchers originally. Markham. That was a long time ago. Another life.
So you have a past.
I hear that many wardens were once criminals.
You're right. And when you join, your past is forgotten, so let's leave it that way.
We can continue this discussion at another time.
Very well.
I've remembered the part that was confusing me about my
We need to head
romance
to
for the
Adamant
previous
Fortress
games.
as soon as possible. If there's a chance we can stop Corypheus from destroying the Wardens, we can't let it slip away.
Because I was reminded that you can't actually romance Solus unless you are specifically a female elf mage. And the only way I think you can carry that relationship all the way through is if you are one of two very one of the two specific elf backgrounds. So it reminded me of why did I think I romanced Solus? It's because I tried to until we got to a point in the game where he pretty much sort of said sorry. He proved to be a racist. And so then I romanced Blackwall. So that's why I was so confused about which one it was that I did. Because I tried for Solace and failed because I couldn't. Hey, Storm, how you doing? How's it going? How you doing? Welcome back to bullshit.
Nothing good. Hearing the Warden's plan was bad enough. Now we'll see it firsthand. Best case, we find a nightmare. Worst, we'll find a nightmare, then die painfully.
It's going well?
Can't believe what they're doing. I thought I understood the order.
Alright. Tell me about the Wardens.
Let's talk about the Grey Wardens. You must know a lot about them.
The Wardens. I'm afraid we're less exciting than we seem.
Yeah. How do you kill an archdemon?
How do the Wardens deal with archdemons?
Short answer. Stick it with swords until it stops moving.
It can't be that simple.
Wardens are in all the stories. If it was that easy, anyone could do it.
No, it really is that simple. Just because the archdemon is magic doesn't mean it can't be killed with swords. It just has to be a Grey Warden sword. Look, it's not the killing blow that's the problem. It's getting the dragon to the point where it's vulnerable, where it actually can be killed. There's no short answer for that, I'm afraid.
Yeah. I remember starting to have my suspicions of Blackwall. And there's so many things he says where it's like, that's not the right answer. Tell me about the calling.
Have you been hearing the calling too?
I know what Corypheus is. He has no sway over me.
Uh-huh. That's not an answer to the question. And he has no sway over you because... Spoilers. Bum, bum, bum. Our Grey Warden ally isn't a Grey Warden.
Let's continue this at another time.
As you wish.
It's really interesting seeing it the second time through and seeing just how he manages to dodge all of the questions being very specifically something that could only be answered by a Grey Warden. It doesn't mean he's a bad man. In fact, quite the opposite. The person known as Blackwall is actually a very good man. First, you must know the question. That's right. Now, because Blackwall's story is that he was a criminal, but he was a criminal, like he was a, I can't remember the exact things he'd done, but he was saved by a Grey Warden, and that Grey Warden was Luna. How you doing, Luna? You're the Boom King, buddy. Thank you for that. I appreciate it, man. 15 months. Crazy. Quick hi and bye. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for that. Going to bed, want to pop and say hi, how you doing, then go to sleep. Absolutely fair, dude. Absolutely fair. No, thank you for that. Doing alright. Just tired, chilling out, playing games, talking bullshit. You know, the usual. I hope you're doing alright, mate. But yeah, our Blackwall, turns out he was saved by a Grey Warden. That Grey Warden was the original Blackwall and died in the defense of some innocent people, including this guy. Moved by his honor and his sacrifice, he chose to take up the name Blackwall and has ever since pretended to be the Grey Warden Blackwall. Which is why so many times in this, like, that only comes out really late in the game, but it's why so many times in this he can't answer directly questions about the Order or how things work, or why he avoided the question about why he didn't hear the calling or why Corypheus has no sway over him, because he's not actually a Grey Warden. Yeah, very, very much so. It's really interesting because he holds himself up as this paragon, and he does an incredible job of it. And yeah, it's not until really late you find that out, and you're like, oh. So you had all the treaties, you had all of this, and it's why, like, having him, I got suspicious of him so very early in my original run because I had him with me all the time. And you'd meet other Grey Wardens, and you'd have a whole lot of other things very specifically going on, and he either didn't know about it, or he dodged the question, or he conveniently wasn't there when something was going on. It was all very interesting at the time, and it was like, okay. I liked it. Anyway, I hope you're doing well, Luna. Sorry, mate. I'm well. I've got a touch of hay fever and I'm very tired, but that's okay. That's okay. That's alright. I believe we're now in the favour of a red Jenny in the city of Tandavale, as near as it is possible to tell. Okay, another operation. Which... Wait, was that... Impress du Lion resources. Silverite mines... possible some of the valuable ore could still be recovered. The mountains are also known for deposits of both bloodstone and dawnstone. Scouts suggest that the herbs Arbor's Blessing and Philandrus could also be found there. Forces in the Inquisition camp could search for... Okay, cool. It's actually some pretty good resources. Ah, is that the Tandavale one? Red Jenny and the Tandavale charade. She's serious. It's so hard to tell with this lot. A note from Liliana on a letter from the Red Jenny in Tandavale. Inquisition. Your caravan got around. A drunk moneylender tipped that the money came from several merchants, stole the records, all are different. So they hate you for different reasons and don't know a thing about Venatori. Here are their names anyway. Probably useful to you. Red Jenny. The names of several wealthy merchants follow. Sarah has also scrawled a note. Also, a drawing of a fish with a hunter's horn. Shirad knows her tricks. Long memory, too. Ignorance is no excuse. Treat them like they knew. They'll give up their conspirators soon enough. If they do not know where their money went, test their commitment from them directly and demand the ringleader's name. They supply several honourable militias who would want no part of this. Perhaps we can take away their business. Let's go with Cullen.
Inquisitor.
I think I've got to talk to Josephine to trigger the next step in her story. 0 approves. Good. Nope, jump.
Any news on the House of Repose, Inquisitor?
What's our next move?
What's the next favor we need to get these deux paraquets a lordship?
We must persuade Minister Belize to ratify the papers.
Yep, we know that, but there's nothing for me to do.
The minister will be at a small fete thrown by the Marquis Wiscott. I'll get you an invitation.
Okay, so I'm guessing this is something that will come up later then, because there's nothing on the table about it. Okay. No, there's nothing new here. Completed. Exalted Plains I want to unlock now, don't I? Missing Waste, Utilize the Abyss. Yeah, I've done all that. There's the DLC. Done. Yeah, okay. So that must be something that happens later then. So let's unlock the Exalted Plains. Callan, our spies looked into the breakdown of contact between Valroyo and Imperial Army forces in the Dales. Troops on both sides agreed to cease hostilities, then retreated to their camps to await the outcome of peace talks. What occurred after the withdrawal is a mystery. The last communique from Gaspard's marshal reported a rash of desertions. After that, silence. I agree that this warrants further investigation. Do what you will, and my agents will lend support. Eliana. We can march soldiers into the Exalted Plains and position scouts in strategic areas. If lines of communication are down, we must be prepared for anything. Okay. This sounds a little bit more like the storyline thread I was wanting to look at. Establish an outpost in the Exalted Plains, lead scout Hardings en route and do waiting further orders. Yep, we'll travel there just so I can unlock it and check the area. How's it going? Not bad, Storm. Not bad. Still just very tired. Still not getting enough sleep. Still busy days at work and a touch of hay fever. But I'm here. I'm playing games. I'm just having a good time. Having a good time. So, you know. Good. Nothing worth complaining about. What are you up to, dude? Excuse me. Playing DBD? Nice.
Inquisitor, welcome to the Exalted Plains, a place with a long and bloody history. Even now, the region is volatile. This was a front in the Civil War. Now there's rebels called the Freemen of the Dales, recently emerged and adding to the chaos.
Okay. Bloody history?
This is where the elves made their last stand, isn't it?
Ah, you've studied the Dales. Yes. When offered a chance to lay down their arms and surrender, they refused.
So how's DBD going?
This rebel group. Tell me more about them.
They seem to be simple deserters, tired of fighting and dying for either the Empress or the Grand Duke. Now they want the Dales for their own. Worse, they're more organized than we anticipated. Be wary.
I think this is the zone. Oh yeah,
What else can you tell me?
sounds closer to what I was looking
Scouts have
for.
sighted Dalish elves. There must be a clan camp somewhere on the plains.
Okay.
That will be all. Thank you.
With the rifts and the undead, the Orlesians have lost ground. Most have been driven back to their forts. We have to stabilize the region, allowing the Imperial Army to re-establish its presence. Good luck, your worship. You'll need it.
Yeah, this is a zone that I think is one that I should be doing before completing either of the two main quests. Primarily because it's the storyline here ties into the main story of Wicked Eyes, Wicked Hearts, Wicked Minds. And freeing up the Exalted Plains makes it easier to march your forces to Adamant Fortress, for here lies the Abyss. So this is kind of the one I was thinking of. And there's a lot of companion story stuff here too. Okay, so this might be what I'm doing tonight, instead of actually doing the main story. I think this is what I was looking for. I knew there was something I needed to do. Try and get this main story, the story done for this zone, and then I think I'll be feeling much better about moving on with the story, because I knew there was something I was missing, and I'm pretty sure this is it. You can do things in any order you want, but certain things just give you a leg up on various choices in the game. And Wicked Eyes, Wicked Hearts, Wicked Minds, I keep forgetting what the fuck it is. If you help out here, makes things a lot easier when it comes to certain decisions with the Empress. Oh, I've actually got, I can make that. Oh, I could do the courtyard upgrade as well. What do I need for that? 3 quarries, 3 logging stands. Okay, that's fine. Where's our requisitions officer?
Dispatch for you.
So it's just going to be another night, I think, of just futzing around. Honestly. Which is fine.
This could help us.
Law requisition, Orlesian tomes and ancient writings. Okay, but now that I know where I want to go, I am going to bamf back to Skyhold. And we're going to look at maybe doing some crafting. Trying to get a slightly better version of the weapon I've got. And it might be time to try and upgrade my armor as well. And then I don't know, I'll probably try and do some of the main story stuff Sunday or Monday next week. Because I imagine a good chunk of tonight will be just dealing with the Exalted Plains. Because that's just the sort of game this is.
Worship.
Yeah, that's right. Keep calling me that. And it means I think there's just the one non-main story zone I've yet to unlock. Anything that isn't DLC anyway. Alright, cool. Modify. No, we want to craft weapons. Okay. Let's go to our staves. The Blade of Tadarian. That's what we want. Okay. Fire damage. Now that's the elemental type I want as my primary. 73. Oh, Dragon Bone. Cold, cold. Alright, so let's see what we can do. Let's craft it with Bloodstone to give me the highest AoE fire damage possible. What I'm looking for, if at all possible, is crit damage. 18% crit chance. Or crit chance, not crit damage, I think. So the bear hide is the best I've got. 18 is nothing to be sniffed at. This is a metal slot. Stagger on hit. Armor pen, attack boost. Attack boost. really need the attack boost, but if nothing else, it's not a bad choice. Oh, yeah. Viridium, and I've got plenty to spare. Let's do that then. That leaves me with 18% heal on kill. I really don't need heals on kill with this build. I've got 42% critical damage bonus. Oh. More attack boost. Jesus, the attack boost is crazy. 36% attack. Is this what I'm gonna? Is this just gonna be big attack? Ring velvet. Yeah, so it's just the dragon stuff. If I kill more dragons, I'll have much better gear to be able to create what I want. Oh, I guess I'm going all in on attack. And can I masterwork it? 40% chance of masterwork. 5% chance to apply poison. On kill, plus 20 to magic for 10 seconds. On hit, gain 3 guard. 3 seconds of walking fortress, means when it can't be killed. Extra focus. Berserk. 10% damage burn. No. Oh. Abilities cost 5% less mana and stamina. Let's do that. Don't need heals. No, I don't. Which is why I'm not doing heals on this build anymore. You got an ad? Oh my god, I'm used to it. We should fix that for you. Okay, so what I want to do with that now is modify it if possible. Yeah, that's the one I'm using. That's the one I want to modify. So I need to craft a rune. I forgot that I can craft shields. What I'm after is... How many of those do I have? Doesn't say. Here's one. Corrupting. Intense spirit essence. I will take that. The basic spirit rune. Okay. Now we'll modify my new blade. So we got... Oh, doesn't go into the stick? This is a staff. Curious. It counts as a staff, but it's not letting me slot a staff rune into it. Huh. That feels odd. Same ad over. Oh, the Diablo 4 expansion. Welcome back, Gum. Okay, so I see. Staff only, non-staff only. So I'm going to have to craft something that is non-staff. So spirit can only go on staff. Well, I've made this weapon fire because fire is the greatest weakness in the game to most enemies. I can do lightning damage, so I actually think I'm going to craft a frost rune. Because I can't do any of the master tiers except for the corrupting, and that's not what I want. So now I can slot a frost rune in there. I should be able to. Yeah, look at that. Ice and fire on my blade now. It looks exactly the same. But it is a lot more powerful. Cool. Nice. So now, armor. I want to craft... What have I got on? I must be using that one, which is what I wanted anyway. Oh, I can craft formal attire for battle? Okay. No, it's the skin that stalks that I want anyway. Let's see what I can make with it. With the new... 205 is what I'm rocking for armor. 240... Jeez, I can go to 295? I can go to 240... Okay, so there's not a huge amount of options just yet, so I might have to wait. 156 max health. Interesting. Melee defense, I suppose, for this particular build is really good. Dexterity, cunning. Cunning is definitely... Well, dexterity gives me critical hit. Cunning just straight up gives me more damage. Whereas cunning increases my critical damage. I think that's what it is. Magic. Okay, well I'm not crafting a new suit of armor anyway, so let's not worry about it. I say hot. That's right. That's right. Fear me. Okay, so now we can get the fuck out, and we're gonna go. Oh, that's where I can. Okay, that's where it is. It wasn't on the expedition table. It was here. Let's go there. I was trying to figure out how I did the rest of Josephine's quest. I both remember everything and nothing. It's a mental paradox.
Thank you for seeing me in private, Minister Belize.
I chastise you for taking me from the party, Inquisitor, but the Marquis throws such dull affairs. It's hardly worth it. I assume you wish to discuss your petition to elevate these du Paraquets to a minor lordship. Tell me, why should I allow you to pollute the Orlesian nobility any further than it's already been muddled?
Well, the du Paraquets were noble.
The Du Paraquets used to be noble. You'd be restoring an old house of Orlais.
Restoring it far too late. What are the Du Paraquets now? Traders? Farmers? Really, it is too much. The very thought causes me pain. What can you possibly provide that will make your petition worth my effort?
Connections beyond Orlais. This is the warm up for playing the game in the Wicked Eyes, Wicked Hearts, where it's all about words. Yeah, no, the Inquisition army won't mean anything to her. I think it's connections.
Diplomatic connections that reach far beyond the boundaries of Val Royeaux, perhaps.
I might make use of your ambassador. The Montiliers aren't what they were, but at least they're from proper stock. Arrange for me to be introduced to the court of Antiva. I hear winter is most pleasant by their sea. Very well, Inquisitor. Should you fulfill this bargain, I shall raise the Duparakets into lordship.
Yeah, an army for someone like her is not worth it. And information, she's already incredibly well connected with information. But connections beyond Orlais? Okay, so we arranged the hunting trip for the judge, and we pulled that off. Now we've got to get her a vacation to Antiva. I didn't do this last time because I remember you actually get the option to just have Liliana get some agents, break into the vault, and steal the contract. And I did that. Because I thought, fuck this, I'm not playing this game of nobles. Whereas technically the character this is based off, Rinsakala, is a noble. So try and play that game a little bit more. That's right, people are listening, man. Alright, Josephine.
I must return to Val Royeaux to see that everything is in order. Please join me when you can.
That's it. Okay, back to Val Royeaux. She's over there. Same team. Bop, 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 bop. Dinner time. Shall lurk and be back in a bit. No worries, Gum. I'm just doing some busy work for companions. So enjoy your dinner. I'm sure it'll be delightful. It will be, because it's yours. And I appreciate you, buddy. Oh, that's right. That actually did remind me on that screen. I've got to return to the research because I've got so many research materials. I'm also going to be really curious to see what my damage is like now with that upgraded staff or sword. There's a reason I want 2 different elemental types on this weapon. It's got a nice wee hidden gimmick that doubles up the energy barrage for both elements if you've got 2 elements equipped to it. Alright, Josephine there. So instead of 12 hits, you do 24. Double the damage.
I received a letter from the House of Repose, Your Worship. They acknowledge their contract is null and void.
Oh.
There is no longer a price on my life.
Well, that's nice of them.
They're a polite bunch of ruthless murderers, I'll give them that.
I regret we were forced to deal with them. That you were endangered by my part in the game. Did I ever mention I used to be a bard?
You were a singer.
No, not
Bards
that. Not
entertain
that
the
bard.
Ornesian
Yeah.
courts. They sing, play music, make charming conversation, and spy.
Liliana was a
Many
bard as
young
well.
nobles put on a mask and practice playing the game in such a fashion.
How'd you come to it? That's probably how her and
Made you
Liliana know
interested
each
in
other.
Becoming a bard.
I was attending a university in Val Royeaux when I learned about bards. There was such an air of romance about them. Stories of secrets, trysts, and fascinating people. A group of us, young gentry from Antiva, decided this exciting life was for us.
And now you're a diplomat. Oh, this
I don't imagine many firstborn heirs join those ranks.
No, I was a rather foolish exception. During one particular intrigue, I encountered a bard sent to kill my patron. We fought. Or perhaps scrapped is the better word. Both of us terrified. We were at the top of a steep flight of stairs. The other Bal threw a knife, and I pushed him away from me. You can imagine the result.
I can.
You've drawn a clear enough picture.
But it was such a waste, Inquisitor. When I took off his mask, I knew him. We'd attended parties together. If I'd stopped to reason, if I'd used my voice instead of scuffling like a common thug, I'll always wonder who that young man would have grown into.
Still. Well, I mean, it makes sense now that she's using her words.
From bard to diplomat is quite a change in direction.
I was headed down that path for some time already. That night merely crystallized it. In all the commotion... forgive me, I don't believe I ever thanked you for helping me with this.
But you saved your family with it.
Hold on to it. Don't lose sight of why you came here.
I will never forget you helped save the House of Montillier, Inquisitor. And should you ever visit Antiva, stories of the welcome we'll give you will be told for years.
Well, there's a game coming out in about 3 weeks where I'm pretty sure Antiva is one of the places we can go. Okay, so that's Josephine's current story closed up. So, I want to now go back to Skyhold. And I actually want to talk to... have a brief chat with some of the other companions. I'm doing Cassandra's quest, I'm doing Dorian's quests, Vivian's. I've kind of done Sarah's. Don't have anything on Bull. Doing Black Walls. I don't think Solace really has one. Well, we'll have a quick chat to some of the ones we've not got quests with. Bull is right there.
How's it going?
You had something to show me?
What did you want me to come see?
Here, come on. I'll show you.
Why am I dressed like this?
You'll see. Come on. It'll be worth your time, I promise.
Thanks, Freddie Prinze Jr.
Evening. Iron Bull. My merc band just joined up.
Tanner. I'm from Jader. Well, near Jader.
Mira. I was guard captain for Lady Pendel. Signed on after shit blew up at the Conclave. Share a drink? Who's your friend?
This is Grim. She doesn't talk much.
Say little.
So, you ready to kill some demons? Or Venatori? Or whatever that Corypheus asshole is?
This isn't just about killing. We're helping the Inquisitor save the world and build the next empire.
The Inquisitor's just...
Well, long as I get paid, I'm happy. That's why I signed up.
I just couldn't spend my whole life on a farm. Needed to live a little, you know.
What about you, Mira? Why'd you join up? I thought you were serving some noble.
I saw what happened at Haven. The Inquisitor staring down that monster and his archdemon. I don't sing the chant of light as much as I should. But you can't see something like that and not believe.
Well, Grim and I should find our tents. Thanks for the drink.
Getting to know the people fighting for us.
I know every soldier under my command. You don't have that option. But a few faces might help.
Okay. This was depressing. Why'd you act like that?
You made it sound like you didn't like the Inquisition.
People don't always tell the truth when you're polite. You've got to poke them a bit.
Well, I may think less of you.
Those two soldiers might think you're an asshole.
So,
He is an asshole. Okay. Their attitude surprised me.
I knew some of the soldiers felt like that. But to actually hear it,
It's hard to be just an idea sometimes. That's all you are to most of them. It's why you could stand right in front of them without being recognized. You've got a good army coming along. Remember that, no matter what comes next.
All right.
How many have trained here, I wonder?
Oh. Bull's not here anymore. Huh. Well, Cassandra? Yeah, it's definitely time for me to go around and touch base with everybody if I'm starting to get little cutscenes.
I can keep staring at this, but I won't get any closer.
Closer to what?
what are you looking for?
I suppose I'll never find them on my own. We saw so many Red Templars at the assault on Haven. Perhaps all that was left of the Order. What we didn't see was Lord Seeker Lucius. Indeed, I've seen no hint of any Seekers amongst the Red Templars, or anywhere. I have a growing suspicion Corypheus has imprisoned them.
Couldn't they be dead?
Why imprisoned? He could just as easily have killed them.
Not easily. But yes, they may be dead. But the Seekers began this war against the mages. They cannot have simply vanished. There must be a trail we can follow, yet so far I have only discovered hints.
Okay, what if they're infected?
But they could have ended up just like the Red Templars.
Seekers do not use lyrium. I assume Corypheus gained control of the Templars by corrupting the lyrium they were already taking. To do the same to a Seeker, you'd have to force the lyrium upon him. That may be what happened, but it couldn't have begun that way. We're missing a piece of the puzzle, Inquisitor. I need to find it.
Okay. This is important to you.
Finding them obviously means a lot to you.
I left the Order, but I can never abandon them. I cannot even claim that rescuing them would be beneficial. They wouldn't look kindly on the Inquisition. But even so, if there's a chance... If we can spare resources to follow up on these leads, Inquisitor, I would appreciate it.
Yep, cool. New expedition. Okay. We'll get to that. Right. Just want to go around and have a chat with, touch base with some of our comrades.
A situation requires your attention, Inquisitor. Noble Chantry loyalists in the city of Jadar are spreading accusations that you're responsible for the Divine's death. They're unusually organized. I recommend we send people to Jadar to deal with the matter.
Okay. Investigate. Can they be reasoned with?
Will anyone even believe me if I claim I didn't kill the Divine?
Perhaps if they learn about your heroics. We should emphasize how you stopped the breach devouring the sky. Even in Jadar, it may win you a few admirers.
Okay. Why are the nobles interested?
What does the nobility gain by saying I murdered Justinia?
A scapegoat to begin with. But I wonder if the Grand Clerics are at work. Those immediately eligible to be divine died at the Conclave. The ones remaining were not as favored. They may look upon you as a rival for influence.
Okay. Send some diplomats.
Let's send some ambassadors to convince Jadar I'm not a monster in disguise.
Excellent. I believe there is much to be gained by winning them over.
Okay.
A pleasure.
Anything to report?
What do the people make of us?
We've gathered many favors among the nobility. They will be gently reminded of this.
And what about our allies?
Any thoughts on the people here?
Who did you mean?
No, I don't need to worry about that.
Let's speak later.
Another time.
Okay, we'll touch base with Josephine. Okay, I believe Varric is here. Yeah, there he is. Okay. Alright.
That got a little heated. You alright?
Oh my god.
Well, that depends. How angry is Cassandra? I wasn't trying to keep secrets. I told the Inquisition everything that seemed important at the time.
What should have joined sooner? Talk to Cassandra. Choose a side? I believe you.
I know, Varric. You never would have kept quiet otherwise.
I keep hoping none of this is real. Maybe it's all some bullshit from the Fade and it'll just disappear. I know I need to do better. I'm sorry.
It's not that.
Corypheus is back. Oh, shit.
Okay. And what is he?
You said he was a Darkspawn or a Magister. What is he really?
I'm not sure. I don't think Corypheus really knows either. He's definitely a Darkspawn, but when we found him, it was pretty obvious he hadn't heard that. He thinks he's a Magister, a priest of Dumat, in fact. He says he broke into the Golden City, like in the Chantry tale.
Okay. We beat him before.
If you and Hawk defeated him once, we can do it again.
We didn't just think Corypheus was dead. He was dead. No pulse, no breath, full of stab wounds. There wasn't a lot of room for doubt. It makes me wonder. I thought the Wardens imprisoned Corypheus to use him. Maybe they did it because he can't be killed.
How'd you find the place?
How did you and Hawk even wind up in a Grey Warden prison for ancient Darkspawn?
Corypheus sent people after Hawk. He actually got control of an entire Carter clan. Made them drink Darkspawn blood. Weird shit. We tracked the Carter to an old dwarven fort or something in the mountains. Of course, it turned out to be a trap. They needed Hawk's blood to open the locks holding Corypheus, and they drew us into the prison to get it.
Find a way to kill him.
There has to be a way to defeat Corypheus. We'll find it, don't worry.
I hope you're right. Maker's breath, what have I let loose?
Brutally murdered is not really the same as unleashed upon the world, Varric.
In this case, it might be. But you've got more important things to do than listen to me worry. Let me know when you want something shot.
It's all falling apart now. What the hell happened there? Okay. Talk to him again. See if there's anything else. Yep. Getting caught up on dialogues.
Battling the demons of paperwork? That's a fight nobody walks away from clean.
You have no idea the number of times I've almost been killed by bills of lading. I've been meaning to come talk to you anyhow. I never officially joined the Inquisition. I don't know how to do this disciplehood thing. I'm a businessman. Never really followed a chosen one before.
Just be, oh yeah. I'm just like you.
I'm a person like any other. You don't have to treat me differently.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm overthinking things. You just don't know what you are to the people out there. The Herald of Andraste is a symbol bigger than any of us.
I can't be bigger than myself. That's an interesting answer.
There's no way I can be bigger than myself, Varric.
Sure you can. You don't see yourself like they do. The sky tears open, demons everywhere. To ordinary folks, these are the end times. The only hope they have is you. You're the sign that somebody might hear their prayers. That maybe they're not abandoned after all. You heard the crowd singing after Haven was attacked?
Whatever I am to Thedas, I'm still just an ordinary person.
So, just a regular person, like anybody else. Right. I should probably get back to work. Unless, you up for a game of Wicked Grace?
Hell yeah.
What can I do for you, Inquisitor?
Okay, so I think we're kind of caught up on that.
I've read your Tale of the Champion, and I have a few questions.
That's a pretty common reaction. Go ahead.
Cool, so I have talked to him all about Hawk as much as possible. Right, never mind.
Carry on.
So, Solace is the other one I've barely talked to. Interesting. Kind of interesting after having played the game and understanding some of these murals. A bit of a deeper meaning behind them. Or another meaning behind them.
We must stop the Wardens from carrying out this insane plan, Inquisitor. To seek out these old gods deliberately in some bizarre attempt to preempt the Blight.
Grey Wardens have always been dangerous. They care for nothing beyond stopping the Darkspawn.
Like a fair maiden chasing a butterfly off a cliff. Except if you don't stop them, we'll all fall. Those fools and duty. Responsibility is not expertise. Action is not inherently superior to inaction. Forgive me. The entire idea is unnerving. Hello?
I'd like to know more about you, Solus.
All right. What can I tell you?
What made you start
I
studying
think
the
I've already
Fae?
talked to him about this.
I grew up in a village to the north. There was little to interest a young man, especially that as I slept, spirits, I treasured my dreams. Being awake, out of the Fae, became troublesome.
Did spirits try to tempt you?
No more than a brightly colored fruit is deliberately tempting you to eat it. I learned how to defend myself from more aggressive spirits, and how to interact safely with the rest. I learned how to control my dreams with full consciousness. There was so much I wanted to explore.
I gather you didn't spend your entire life dreaming.
No. Eventually, I was unable to find new areas in the Fade.
Why?
Two reasons. First, the Fade reflects the world around it. Unless I traveled, I would never find anything new. Second, the Fade reflects and is limited by our imagination. To find interesting areas, one must be interesting.
Is this why you joined the Inquisition?
I joined the Inquisition because we were all in terrible danger. If Corypheus destroyed the world, I would have nowhere to lay my head while dreaming of the Fae.
Ah.
Inquisitor, that is why I joined, not why I stayed.
Well, it's not the worst reason I've heard to go out and enjoy life.
I'm glad to hear it. In truth, I have enjoyed experiencing more light to find more of the Fade.
How so?
You train your will to control magic and withstand possession. Your indomitable focus is an enjoyable side benefit. You have chosen a path whose steps you do not dislike because it leads to a destination you enjoy. As have I.
You said you'd traveled to many different...
This world, or its memory, is reflected in the Fade.
I'm just gonna zip through
Some
this.
of my fondest memories were found in crumbling, the best of the battlefields. Spirits press so tightly on the veil that you can slip across with but a thought.
Any place in particular?
I dreamt at Ostagar. I witnessed the brutality of the Darkspawn and the valor of the Ferelden warriors. I saw Alistair and the hero Ferelden light the signal fire.
Sweet.
And Logain's infamous betrayal of Kaelin's forces.
I've heard the stories. It would be interesting to hear what it was really like.
That's just it. In the Fade, I see reflections created by spirits who react to the emotions of the warriors. One moment, I see heroic wardens lighting the fire, and a power-mad villain sneering as he lets King Kaelin fall. The next, I see see an army overwhelmed and a veteran commander refusing to let more soldiers die in a lost cause.
And you can't tell which is real?
It is the fate. They are all real.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I don't think there's much more I can actually talk to him about until I do.
I'm interested in what you told me of yourself and your studies. If you...
You continue to surprise me. All right.
Ah, there we go. There had to be a trigger. They're managing to get everybody else to yak to me. There had to be a trigger for Solus. Oh, back in Haven.
Why here?
Haven is familiar. It will always be important to you.
We talked about that already.
I sat beside you while you slept, studying the anchor.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm glad someone was watching over me.
You were a mystery. You still are. I ran every test I could imagine. Searched the Fade, yet found nothing. Cassandra suspected duplicity. She threatened to have me executed as an apostate if I didn't produce results.
Of course she did.
Cassandra's like that with everyone.
Yes. You were never going to wake up? How could you? Mortals sent physically through the Fade. I was frustrated, frightened. The spirits I might have consulted had been driven away by the breach. Although I wished to help, I had no faith in Cassandra, or she in me. I was ready to flee.
Okay. Well, you didn't.
But you stayed.
I did. I told myself, one more attempt to seal the rifts. I tried and failed. No ordinary magic would affect them.
We're dreaming now, aren't we?
Expand and grow. Resign myself to flee, and then...
Because we've sealed that.
It seems you hold the key to our salvation. You had sealed it with a gesture. And right then, I felt the whole world change.
This isn't how it happened. Glad you stayed. This mattered to you?
It was that impressive to see me awake?
You had walked in the Fade. I have explored the Fade more than anyone alive. But even I can only visit in dreams. But you might have been able to visit me here while awake.
What do you mean?
Where do you think we were?
Yeah, we're dreaming.
This isn't real.
No.
That's a matter of debate. Probably best discussed after you wake up.
Yeah, because we'd closed the breach and yet it was clearly still there in the sky. So, I mean, it was a dead giveaway. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Oh, time to make... you know what, can I can just teleport, right? Oh, I don't want to fucking... So, go talk to Solace again. Okay, so this is going to be a bit more of a talky session than anything else today. That's okay. It needs to happen every now and then. Not that one.
Inquisitor?
Solace.
Sleep well?
I've never done anything like that before. Do you regularly talk to people in dreams?
No. Consider that one more rule you have effortlessly broken in your rise to power. I had no idea that the anchor would allow you to dream with such focus. It is truly remarkable. But I am reasonably certain we are awake now. And if you wish to discuss anything, I would enjoy talking.
Okay. Okay, now we've got some more options. Tell me about Corypheus.
I need to know more about Corypheus.
We spoke of this on our travels to Skyhall. What more can I tell you? Cassandra and Varric seem more familiar with their adversary.
Well, I'll ask them too.
Oh, I'll take advice from just about anyone right now.
I'm flattered. I claim no secret wisdom, but I will guess as best I can.
Yeah, you don't guess. Tell me about his orb.
I would like to know more about the orb he carries.
As I said, that must be the means by which he created the breach. I suspect the blast that destroyed the Conclave was more accident than anything. The result of unlocking power that had sought release for ages.
Oh, yeah.
What I cannot understand is how he managed to survive such an explosion.
Is the orb's elven?
You said that you believe the orb is elven.
I never would have believed a Devinter mage could unlock such a powerful relic. It clearly enhances his abilities, giving him access to power he should never have known.
Like the power to control the Archdemon.
Indirectly, one assumes. Nothing in any law connects my people to the old god dragons who became archdemons.
Again, it's so interesting play it, like, actually, after so long, still remembering the twists and turns this story takes towards the end. The truths and the surprises and the revelations. And just listening to some of these characters talk about things that that they know more about. And they're just sidestepping. Solace knows so much more.
What do you think Corypheus will do next?
You shamed him when you destroyed Haven. Spoiled his glorious victory. It would be worse to acknowledge that you had done so. He must continue on his course or show weakness. He will return to his plans to throw Olay into chaos, and then conquer it for Devinter.
Certain?
You're sure that's what he'll do?
As certain as is possible. Assuming I can plausibly predict a man who seeks to rise to godhood.
And can you?
The key is understanding this. No real god need prove himself. Anyone who tries is mad or lying. His deception will undo him, as it has done countless fools before.
What can you tell me about the source of Corypheus's power?
According to the law, the ancient Magistars of Devinter received guidance from the old gods. Corypheus commands a false archdemon, a corrupted old god. This suggests he no longer sees himself as their minion. Some of his unique power comes from the corruption of the blight. The rest may come from the orb he carries.
I'd like to hear more about what you saw in your exploration of the Fade.
I would be happy to share it with you.
Yeah, okay. This wasn't an option I had previously.
Tell me about the old ruins you explored.
I found the ruin of Barandur, a lost Devinter city buried deep beneath a dead and barren wasteland. Volcanic ash had sealed it tight. In one dark moment, every living creature in the city seared and smothered. They were statues in the ashes, like a mold made to recall the lost.
Tell me about the old memories you found in the Fade.
I saw a savage human horde go marching toward the battlefront. They sang a soldier's hymn to keep formation. Primal music shook the ground. These savage, unwashed warriors carried harmonies no chantry choirs mastered, though their cause was all but hopeless. They sang songs that made the spirits weep.
Tell me about the spirits.
Tell me about a spirit you encountered.
I met a friendly spirit who observed the dreams of village girls as love first blossomed in their adolescence. With subtlety, she steered them all to village boys with gentle hearts, who would return their love with gentle kindness. The matchmaker, so I called her. That small village never knew its luck.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Okay. Done with Solace. Let's go upstairs. We've got research materials. Historian?
I'm told you have Alexius researching magic for you. Research is always what made him happiest. Perhaps I'll even go talk to him eventually. One word of advice. If he suggests altering time as a way to solve all your problems, give it a pass.
Tell me about Alexius.
You said Alexius was a mentor of yours.
He was my patron, sponsoring me to the
I'm just
higher
going to start
level.
skipping
I
through
have
some
a lot
of
of
this.
successes. Naturally. He and I used to talk over brandy about the corruption. And then he gave up. He stopped.
Why?
Why did he give up?
On a journey to Hosburg, a Darkspawn raid killed his wife and sickened his son.
Oh, that's how it happened? Okay.
I remember hearing the news. He hadn't been there, you see. Alexius was convinced. I helped him with his research for a while, and then we drifted apart.
You mean you fought with him?
I told him to snap out of it. Later, I regretted my hasty words. Too much pride, I suppose. Plus, I was busy drinking. One must have priorities.
Yes, one must.
Was it hard being away from him?
It was hard not having a patron, yes. At any rate, he's fallen so low, I doubt he'll ever get up.
I'd like to ask you about...
Popular topic. Anything specific?
Oh, yeah.
Corypheus is a figure out of Tevinter history. He was a magister.
Yes, but that was a different time. The Imperium's power was at its peak then. The Civil War had ended. The Magisterium was united, its armies scooping up bits of Thedas like candy. The Magisters who entered the Black City. It was a demonstration of how exceptional Tevinter had become.
But who were they?
No one knows. There's no record of a Magister named Corypheus. All this happened 1400 years ago, before the Blight nearly wiped us out. There are no records. Today, people half believe it's all just a story. That's what I believed.
But it's not.
We have evidence the story is very much real.
But not who Corypheus is. If he even remembers. There used to be families who claimed some of those Magisters as their own. That stopped when the Chantry appeared. Then it was shameful. All we know is that some men and women entered the Black City looking for the old gods. What did they find? According to Corypheus, nothing. And only he could tell us more.
Okay.
That's all I wanted to know.
Fair enough.
I should go.
Try not to kill anyone without me.
I should go.
So, I assume you're Talvashoth or something like.
Why would you assume that?
If you weren't, you would have split my skull open at our first meeting before I said a word. Centuries of warfare with the Qunari do lead to this state of affairs.
You've encountered Qunari before.
Qunari raids are rather old hat for anyone from the Eastern Imperium. Although the attacks aren't quite the rampaging wars of ages past. Now we're like two angry dowagers who only remember to spit at each other when they pass on the street.
Did you meet any Qunari personally?
None who weren't rushing towards me with a sword. I was too busy running in the other direction to say hello. I've met some Talvashoth in my time, however. They're not the same as Qunari. Might easily be a different people altogether.
No one in Tevinter has issues with Talvashoth?
I didn't say that. Prejudices are deeply rooted back home. But I have more sympathy than most. I also have an appreciation for an entire people who are so... muscular. A personal failing, some would say.
If you've no problem with me, I've no problem with you.
A philosophy I've learned to live by.
No issue with my being Inquisitor, then?
None that specifically involve you being so very, very large.
Good.
Okay. Fair enough.
I should go.
You know where I'll be. Something you need?
No, cool.
I should go.
Try not to die. I would notice you were gone.
Alright, let's go talk to Alistair's mum.
It doesn't surprise me you found the Wardens mixed up in all this. From first-hand experience, you should be wary any time my old order is involved.
You were once a Grey Warden?
Mine is... normally one is part of the Order until death. They tried to reinitiate me, but not... So I was sent to the Circle of Magi.
That's right.
The first
I
warden
read that.
ever to be kicked out. Quite the...
You sound happy.
Becoming a warden's... Towards the end, however, my brothers and sisters, it also made me unique in the Circle. I had an opportunity to do more than I ever could as a warden.
I trust...
We're mostly...
Oh, okay, I have done all of these quests.
An
these
alliance with the Inquisition
storyline,
offers
conversation
security.
lines.
Although, who knows for how long?
Okay. Research table. There. Up. Oh, Jesus, and we leveled up. Excellent. Well, I think, what did I... Here's my fire stuff. I got... Clean burn. We're gonna get to that for more power. I've got my fade step. Fade cloak is the other one I do want to get eventually. I think I want to get static cage back on my bar. If I get static cage, I've got my fade step. I think that's kind of... Yeah. Do that, and my next upgrade can be... Lightning cage. Okay, cool. That's Vivian over there. I want to go see Liana first. Oh, Jesus.
One day I'm going to read all these books. One day, when I have time.
Right, that's the stairs up. I think I've read all that, haven't I? Examine. Oh, come on. Round it. Round it! Okay. There's Liliana.
You've joined a fellowship with a distinguished history. Knight enchanters have long served the divine.
We're missing one of those. Didn't do it to serve.
I didn't choose this path to serve anyone.
Where you go on the path is one thing. Where it starts is another. These traditions were forged by the Chantry's most trusted mages. That cannot be denied. No matter, you have chosen well, and are in good company. I had friends who were knight enchanters, who served at Justinia's side, who died with her. It's good to see new mages keeping this flame alive.
Okay. I don't think there's a new conversation line with her then.
They called you the left hand of the divine.
That they did? What of it?
I could use the left hand.
Every agent out in the world is my eyes, my... Coming with you, leaving my post, would blind and bound me. Do you see?
Alright, I start an Inquisition.
What is the point of it?
Justinia would have started the Inquisition if the divine... She hoped that with enough support, we could She wanted the Chantry to treat the mages fair. The Chantry has committed many injustices. If we're going to... It's just a thought. None of this will be possible if we fail.
I'll try my best.
I'll try not to break anything.
That's good to hear.
Okay.
We'll talk more later.
It's kind of weird. As a returning character, she just doesn't seem to have anywhere near the number of conversations you can get with a lot of other people. Even though there's so much more she should have to say. There's literally nothing around that side. Cool. Okay. So we'll go... Vivienne next, I suppose, is the next closest. We'll try talking to her one more time. One more time!
So Varric knew where the champion was all along.
Oh, okay, she does have new lines.
Last time you sent Cassandra to interrogate.
Anything I should know?
It seems that the Orlesian army is awake. Some of the generals are sympathetic to our actions are under a great deal of
Yeah, okay, so that's why I've got to go to do the Exalted Plains.
Anything I should know?
Our agent stationed near Adamant reports strange sounds. At least 2 scouts have gone missing. We must make our move, and quickly.
Yeah.
Anything I should know?
Altegan has returned to Redcliffe Castle, and the people are returned. Unfortunately, our show of support for the mages has angered many.
Anything I should know?
I've nothing to report at the moment.
I'll leave you to your work.
Cool. Thank you, Liliana. Okay. Vivienne's out this way, isn't she?
If you require any assistance.
No, I'm good, thanks.
Yes?
Tell me yourself.
I'd like to know more about you, Madame Vivienne.
Whatever would you like to know?
Your accent's not Orlesian. Where exactly are you from?
I am from the Circle, my dear. Once country of origin. But if you must know, I was born in Wycombe in the Free Marches. I was sent to the Ostwick Circle, but I transferred to Montsimar while still an apprentice.
Okay. How'd you become a courtier?
I'm curious how a circle...
Nobody winds up at court, my dear. I caught the eye of Duke Bastien de Ghislaine, an advocate. When the position of Enchanter to the Imperial Court became vacant, I was able to secure it.
What is a court enchanter? Let's go with that.
What duties does a court...
I am tasked with providing assistance. Most of my predecessors restricted this to lighting lamps, and in such troubled times as these, however, I provide political advice to Her Majesty on the subject of the Mage Rebellion.
Marry a duke?
You're married to the Duke...
Of course not, my... Marriage is the business of alliance and inheritance. I'm Bastien's mistress.
What does his wife think?
And what does the Duchess de Ghislaine think of this arrangement?
We got along quite well. Duchess Nicoline and I used to host musical salons together. She was a great patron of the arts. She passed away from a fever a few years ago. Oh, dear.
No, but we stretch. Oh. Ooh. Crack. Yep, this is going to be the talky episode. That's fine.
Do you think that you and I might someday...
I don't see how that benefits me in the slightest, my dear.
Good, because I'm really not interested. Vivienne is just a complete utter waste of my time at this point.
Yes?
No, never mind. Okay. Up. Right. So, I think we've pushed Blackwall's conversations as much as possible.
Inquisitor.
This is down to the cells, isn't it? We should have some people down here. No? Alright then.
No one to watch over, your worship. We either have many friends, or you've made short work of enemies.
Oh, I thought we actually had people locked up down here. Didn't we actually have a thing saying we had people in cells? I guess not. Oh well! Never mind. Let's leave it at that. Okay. I don't think any of my companions are in here. No, the stories can take you in here. Okay, this is just like an armory. Boop. Cassandra?
I understand if resources cannot be spared to help search for the missing Seekers, Inquisitor. Still, it could involve a threat we are unaware of. There may be a use in looking.
May I ask you about...
It is difficult to say what they have no Templars, no leadership. It has fallen apart when everyone needs it the most. I ache to think what this will mean in the days to come.
Will the Chantry replace...
They will try. Once the priests withdraw for the Grand Consensus, it is against Chantry law for them to... Sometimes it takes days. Oh, the problem now is that no clear successor to Justinia exists. All worthy clerics died with...
So what happens if...
Theoretically, they will argue until exhausted. Practically, however, if the Grand Consensus goes on too long, the Chantry will crumble. Any cleric with ambition but little sense will see this as her one chance, and plenty of such clerics exist. We shall see what happens. The Inquisition must act in the meantime.
Okay.
If they do choose a new...
That depends on whether she would have me. I am a rebel now, remember? And even if she would, I am no longer in a position to follow blindly. And no new divine could expect such obedience now.
I'm surprised you were...
I left my own order when they took the wrong, but in neither case did I stop caring. Indeed, I suppose history shall one day judge my actions.
Do you really believe?
I do. Though I understand how someone cast the Chantry aside and new problems replace old ones, we will have learned nothing from history. Andraste had a dream for us. It can still be achieved.
So what should that new purpose be?
A dedication to what is truly important. Instead of building cathedrals and sewing gowns for the divine, if we are to spread the Maker's word across the world, we must do so with open hearts and open hands.
That sounds rather idealistic of you.
Does it? I do not think it's so unachievable.
She's a romantic.
The Chantry has many good, honest people. They need to be freed from centuries of adherence. A chance for renewal is at our fingertips. It does not have to come with utter chaos.
Thank you.
Okay. Anything else?
Do you need something?
Like your advice.
Do you have any advice for me?
It's good that you recruited Enchant. She is ambitious, but has always... My advice would be to watch her, but heed her when she speaks. That one wastes no words.
Do you have any...
Nothing that you could not think of yourself, Inquisitor.
Okay. What about
I
you?
have some more questions.
Why am I not surprised?
Do you trust me enough
Tell
now
me
to talk
about
about your brother?
I would prefer not to
not yet.
speak of Anthony.
I'll let you get back to work.
Yep. No worries. Okay, so Bulls just disappeared. Which is interesting. I'm assuming he's maybe inside the tavern now? We're almost done our rounds.
I wondered why all Skyhold seems suddenly brighter.
Aww, what's new?
What's been going on?
Just waiting to get back out there.
So, who's Scout Harding?
Me? Huh. When the
Okay,
Inquisition,
yeah, I've done all this.
then I signed on. Wanted to see the world before it was swallowed up by...
I have to go.
Alright, into the tavern. So, let's see. Come on.
Yes, sir.
There's Bull.
Inquisitor, come have a drink. To killing a high dragon like warriors of legend.
Drink.
I know, right? Put some chest on your chest. That little gurgle right before it spat fire. And that roar. What I wouldn't give to roar like that. The way the ground shook when it landed. The smell of the fires burning. Tarsidathan Halsam. You know, Kunari hold dragons sacred.
Yep.
Well, as much as we hold anything sacred. Here, your turn.
Drink.
Yes, the second cup's easier. Most of the nerves in your throat are dead after the first one. Atashi, the glorious ones. That's our word for them. Atashi.
Why do you think the Kunari think of dragons that way?
Well, you know how we have horns. We kind of look more dragony than most people. Maybe it's that. But a few of the Ben Hasrath have this crazy old theory. See, the Tamasrans control who we mate with. They breed us for jobs like you'd breed dogs or horses. What if they mixed in some dragon a long time ago? Maybe drinking the blood, maybe magic, I don't know. But something in that dragon we killed spoke to me.
Well, now I feel awkward.
When you put it like that, I'm worried I killed one of your gods or something.
Nah, one of Tevinter's gods, maybe. They worship dragons, right? Kill the shit out of them all you like. Dragons are the embodiment of raw power. But it's all uncontrolled. Savage. So, they need to be destroyed. Taming the wild. Order out of chaos. Have another drink. Nice. To dragons.
Two good fights.
To finding the biggest, baddest things in the world and showing them that we're badder.
Anan.
Alright. So this is where Bull resides now, I think.
How's it going?
I'd like to know more about the Kunari.
All right. Hit me.
I heard there's no marriage among the Kunari.
Yeah, that's true. Kunari love our friends like anyone does, but we don't have sex with them.
Kunari don't have sex?
Oh, we definitely have sex. They're Tamasrans who pop your cork whenever you need it.
Seriously?
Yes. It's not a big deal like it is here. It's like, I don't know. Going to see a healer. Sometimes it's this long, involved thing. It takes all day. Leaves you walking funny. Other times you're in and out in 5 minutes. Thank you. See you next week.
I could work with that.
I know, right? No drama. Still, it's more fun here. Fewer rituals, more making it up as you go along. Plus, you folk have redheads. Redhead.
This guy gets it.
How do the Qunari rule themselves?
It's pretty simple. We've got the matriarchy, the priesthood, and the military. The priesthood figures out how Qunari should live in theory. The matriarchy makes it work in practice. And the military keeps the Qunari safe from outside threats.
Does it actually work like that? Is there much infighting?
Not like you're thinking of. People disagree, yeah, but the priests are there to solve disagreements. Here in Olay, politicking comes from people putting their own gain ahead of the gains of society. If you do that among the Qunari, the Ben Hasrath set you straight. Or kill you.
How is everyday life different for Qunari?
Depends on your job. A baker in Valroyo gets up, gets dressed, and starts work. They don't care about the Empire or the queue. Mostly they worry about breaking eggs and hope the dough rises right.
It can't be exactly the same.
How many personal freedoms do you figure that baker in Valroyo? The baker in Parvolan wonders if she'll be given enough eggs to do her work. Will the kitchen workers get her bread while it's fresh, or will they come late and blame her because it's stale? Same crap in Valroyo. People are just people.
What's it like growing up under the Qun?
The Tamasrans raise us in these units of kids all our own age. They're like teachers. They also help figure out what jobs we should do. They had me... When they learned I could hit stuff and lie, they started training me for the Ben Hasra.
Proud. You didn't choose your job?
So the Qun decided what work you...
I could have acted like I didn't like hitting things, I guess. But why would I do that? I was good at my work. I liked doing it. Far as I can tell, the Tamasrans made the right call.
See you later, Bull.
Nice talking with you, boss.
Anything else?
How's it going?
Nope. Cool.
See you later, Bull.
We are
Nice talking with you, boss.
done with Bull. Hey, Krim. You right there, standing on your seat?
Your worship?
I'd like to know more about the Iron Bull.
The chief. I never thought I'd work for Qunari, but
Bet
he's not like
sneeze.
any commander I've ever worked for. That's for damn sure.
How's Iron Bull is...
If you know what you're doing and hold up your end, he's easy. If he keeps us alive, he leads from the front, and if you've an eye... I've seen bands whose captains had to prove they were swinging the biggest... The charges might give him more lip than you'd expect, but every one of us would lay down our lives for the big ass.
How did a Tevinter soldier wind up in a...
I wasn't a soldier at the time. A tribune and his men caught me in a border town tavern. They meant to make it. Bull killed them. Gave up his eye doing it.
Ah,
Putting
that's
up
when he
with
lost
his
it.
jokes ever since.
That's how he lost the eye?
Yes. The guards had me on the... One of them saw trouble coming and figured the guard had a flare. Bull put himself between. They called idiot. Didn't even know me.
Is it strange to work for a Qunari?
He hasn't tried to convert us to the Qun, if that's what you're asking. Bull's charges don't care who you light a candle for, so long as... If he hadn't told me he was Ben Hasrath, I'd have thought he left that life behind.
I didn't expect he'd tell you all that he was a spy.
Not the whole band, but those who've been around long enough to trust. He figures most of us would find out sooner or later, and it should come... It's never messed up a job. He just writes letters back home. Lots of the boys write letters back home.
We'll talk later.
Okay. So, I'm pretty sure I've exhausted all Sarah's conversations, so we're looking for coal. Coal's up. Floor. We'll go talk to Sarah.
Thank you. You say you saw the champion, and I'm supposed to believe you.
I was in Kirkwall. I know her when I see her. Fenhedis, the champion, here.
Yeah, Hawks was here. He's still about somewhere, technically.
Buckles.
Okay.
I'll be back if I need you.
You will, yeah.
Cool. Nothing more for Sarah. So we'll go find Cole. And I think we've still got Cullen. Oh, okay. I can try Blackwall again, I suppose. But I think we're done with Blackwall too. There's Cole.
He hates it all because of the darkness behind the door. Some doors should stay shut.
Okay. Tell me about your past.
I'd like to talk about what happened to you before we met.
Before you, Reese was my friend. He showed me I was wrong to kill the mages. I thought I was helping them. Then he and Evangeline went to Adamant, and I went with them. I was worried Evangeline would hurt Reese. We found out dangerous things. It scared Seeker Lambert, and Seeker Lambert told me what I was. Reese couldn't look at me.
Okay.
I ran until I found more Templars. That's all. Dead and dying, begging and bloody. Someone... Evangeline was a Templar. Adrian was a mage. But she killed... Reese just wanted to help. To stop people hurting.
This is all in a book, I think.
Maybe that's why he saw me.
What can you tell me about Reese?
He was a mage. He saw me when most couldn't. He helped me, and she was a Templar. But she didn't like her. They should have been with the rebels. Maybe they ran away together instead. Neither of them liked...
If you like, I could use the resources of the Inquisition to...
No. If they are alive and safe, they should stay away. The last time he saw me, he let him forget.
Okay. Killed mages?
What did you mean when you say you killed mages?
Some of the mages at the Spire wanted to die. I didn't know what I was. A ghost, I thought. I used the knife to set them free. There were other ways to help. I didn't know.
You wanted to free them from pain and...
I am. I didn't know. I could have helped more if I'd known. If I hadn't been so... me. It was wrong. I was wrong. If I start again, you or Cassandra or Cullen need to kill me.
What can you tell me about Adam?
It is old, full of sadness. The veil is thin. We found a deep... It scared Reese and Evangeline. The man wasn't... It put me back in the cupboard on the bad day. Reese and Evangeline saved...
You said Seeker Lambert.
I'm hiding Reese from him, but he chants words and sees. I won't let you hurt Reese. My nose explodes, a shower of blood. Just another parasite that's wormed its way into our world, feeding off all the things you can't have. What we found at Adamant made him angry. We were the first rock rolling at the top of a mountain. He killed so many. He didn't care. Cold, corrupt. So...
If you hated Seeker Lambert, why...
Because he was right. I was a demon. I saw demons at Adamant. I didn't want to be that. I heard the old songs of the Templars. If I forgot, fought, fell to felling, Templars would kill the demon. I wouldn't hurt anyone again.
I'll talk to you later.
How do you know?
Okay, that has unlocked an operation. Cool. Okay, let's walk away and try it again.
Right. He was their enemy the whole time, but she made him forget, so he could change.
Okay.
I'd like to talk with you about Templars.
They're heavy with forgotten songs, like Varric. It's hard to stay near them. Cullen is softer, but deep. I want to explain, but Reese's words just bounce off the edges.
What's your general opinion?
Some like hurting mages. It meant dreams again. Woke up shaking, stalking the ground for one who looks like her. Always some rule being broken. But not all
excuse me.
Templars listen when whispers crawl around. The the good ones remember that mages are people.
Can you tell me more about how the Templars feel to you?
They feel older than they look. They've been changed. The lyrium helps, but their bodies always want to connect to some... That's why they block magic. They reach for that other thing. Like when I listen to Varric.
Can you tell me more about how the Red Templars are different?
The red lyrium is different, darker, daggers under the skin. They hear a different song. The song behind the door. They are dead and dark and done.
I'll talk to you later.
How do you know?
Okay. Still got a couple of conversation options with Cole.
He was the boy who was supposed to die. He named himself after the horse.
I'd like to talk with you about the Inquisition.
I don't understand it. People talk like it's a person, but it's not even a thing. A dagger can be a way to let pain out, but even if it is, the Inquisition isn't real unless it has something real to make it. It's like a spirit.
Can you explain?
Yes?
Okay.
Walk me through the way you...
I start by listening. I hear hurt, feel... Some are intangible, terrible tangles that catch on a crack. I shake it loose. No pearl, no pain. They can hope, they can heal.
Sometimes you say things that relate to other...
They remember me. Varric is quiet inside. He pulls me more to hear, makes me a person, calls me kid, a friend, soulless, bright and sad, observes and accepts, spirit self, seeing the soul, soulless, but somehow sorrows.
What do you sense when you focus on me?
You're too bright. Like counting birds against the sun. The mark makes you more, but past it, you reach across, mindful, meaning. And past that, the weight of all, it must be very hard. I hope I help.
It must be sad.
Why?
Isn't it?
No. I help. I see pain and make it better. How could I not be happy?
I'll talk to you later.
Probably.
Ah, okay, so now that we've had some discussions with him, he's changed his...
He is quiet behind the noise. The little bottle makes him shake, but he tests the chains.
I've heard about some oddities here in the keep. Was that you?
Yes. Maybe. What was it?
Oh, okay, yeah, cool. You stole cheese and mint, left plums by the window.
Someone stole an entire cheese wheel.
Mice like cheese.
Do mice also like bowls of crushed mint?
That was for the cats.
So the cheese lures the mice, and the mice lure the cats, and then they smell the mint?
Mint makes the cats dance and play.
Let's talk about something else.
All right.
The servants are having trouble remembering some odd events. Can I assume you're responsible for the turnip?
They don't smell the same, Raw.
You needed that soldier to smell them, so he could die thinking he'd gone home.
He did go home.
Someone found a barrel full of misplaced daggers. Was that you?
They were safer there.
Let's talk about something else.
All right.
I hear you've been busy. Someone is leaving peeled plums on the windowsill. It's attracting flies.
Spiders need to eat.
And healers need something to treat infected wounds, like spider webs.
The plums are already dead. But they don't mind helping.
I'll talk to you later.
How do you know?
Okay, cool. Cole is something else, man. He is a very different character. No, we need to go talk to Cullen now. Okay. Next one through. There he is.
Gloat all you like. I have this one. Are you sassing me, Commander? I didn't know you had it in you.
Why do I even... Inquisitor.
Leaving, are you? Does this mean I win?
Hola. How you doing, Storm? How's the gaming going? I didn't mean to interrupt.
Please don't stop on my account.
Yeah.
All right. Your move.
You need to come to terms with my inevitable victory. You'll feel much better.
Really? Because I just won. And I feel fine.
Don't get smug. There will be no living with you.
I should return to my duties as well. Unless you would care for a game.
You're on.
Prepare the board, Commander.
As a child, I played this with my sister. She would get this stuck-up grin whenever she won.
It's going okay?
All the time.
Well, it's better than
My
going
brother
terrible.
And I practiced together for weeks. And the look on her face the day I finally won. Between serving the Templars and the Inquisition, I haven't seen them in years. I wonder if she still plays.
Cheat, let him win, play fair. Now, tell me about your family.
You have siblings.
2 sisters and a brother.
Where are they now?
They moved to South Reach after the Blight. I do not write to them as often as I should. Oh, it's my turn.
Play fair.
All right, let's see what you've got.
This may be the longest we've gone without discussing the Inquisition, or related matters. To be honest, I appreciate the distraction.
There's no need for the formality.
We've been through enough to drop the formalities and simply talk.
I suppose we have. I believe this one is yours. Well played.
So are you winning more than you're losing, Storm? An individual of your skill, I would imagine that is the only possible outcome. Okay, right, let's read his notes. Oh, okay, now he's writing notes to his family. Yeah, okay. Dear Mia, I'm still alive. Your loving brother, Cullen. It's pretty simple. Honestly, is it so difficult? I thought you were dead. Again. If the Inquisition was not on everyone's lips, we would never have heard that their fine commander survived Haven. We've been hearing strange things about the Templars lately. I'm not sorry you left them. I thought your resignation was implied when you joined the Inquisition, but you meant something more, didn't you? It's a fool's errand asking you to stay alive, but please try. I'm a sneeze. There it is. Nope. Almost. Lama sister, see how easy this is? Mia. Okay. Cullen, stalk again.
First the Templars, now the Grey Wardens. Both devoted their lives to fighting evil. Now they serve it.
Oh, mage option.
If I was possessed by a demon, would you?
I would rather not consider it.
Okay.
What do you think of the people you work with?
Who do you mean?
We've sort of been through this, I think.
Are you satisfied with the Inquisition's forces?
Our soldiers are well disciplined. Templars and mages are not used to seeing each other as allies. But they are working together well enough thus far.
Okay. Back. No, I have more questions.
I should let you get...
But,
At your service.
anything I should know?
Is there anything I should know?
Repairs to Skyhold's fortifications are progressing.
Our scouts report no immediate threats in the surrounding area. We are fortunate Solus knew of this place.
Alright, that's all.
That's all for now.
Okay, that's all I get
If
with
you
Calvin.
require anything, I'll be here.
So, I'm pretty sure that just leaves me with Blackwall. I think. And I feel like I've exhausted all of his lines of conversation. I'm just going to go to the Quartermaster. There we go, requisitions. Oh, what have I spent? Oh, I spent my Bloodstone, right. So, Courtyard upgrade. Cosmetically reflect the Inquisition's focus. Investigate to select between infirmary space or sparring grounds. Okay. Choose between a mage or Templar tower. Courtyard upgrade. $30 elf root? Yikes. Quarry. Yep, courtyard upgrade.
I hope it helps.
Okay. Right, so question is, where do I go for that courtyard upgrade? That's my gardens. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. It's the surgeon.
Somewhat off color today, Inquisitor? An excess of bile, perhaps. Might I bleed you, or offer a herbal tonic?
No, I'm good, thanks.
Your worship.
Yeah, that's me. Okay.
Our mounts have never had better.
Right, I should have some new horses actually, or some new mounts. I thought I had. Huh, maybe not. Okay. I don't know where to do the courtyard upgrade. But now I'm like, oh, we'll talk to Blackwall, see if he's got any more conversation topics.
At your service.
What do you think of the Inquisition?
I just know that you could shake this world to its foundations if you willed it.
What do you think of the Inquisition?
Restoring order is a... But that's not the end of it, is it? The Lady Seeker believes we are restoring the champ. I don't know where you stand on the matter, and I'll admit I haven't made up my mind either.
Alright.
As you wish.
You are in charge, after all. That's right, don't you forget it. Right, I don't actually know where I go to... do the upgrade. Ooh? Major increase to Inquisition power and influence. Oh, what? Oh, you can just buy? Oh, I did not realize this was a thing. I did not realize that was a thing at all. Huh. Oh, you can buy them in chunks? So that's worth 150. This worth 300. Okay, right. I still want to know where this courtyard upgrade is. I mean, one would logically think it is the courtyard. That's my garden. Ah, up there? Gotcha. Cool. It had to be somewhere now that I've unlocked the ability to do so. Let's give my base another upgrade. I think we've exhausted just about all the conversation topics. Oh, yeah, it's getting a little worse, Gum. I've been sneezing a little bit. I've got one completely blocked nostril at the moment. It's great. How was dinner, mate? Right, courtyard upgrade. We can. Infirmary. Cosmetic upgrade that declares the Inquisition's promise to be both welcoming and protective for all who seek its support. Or the sparring ring. Investment in the recruitment and training of its soldiers so that all who wish to fight are put to their best use. For this character, the infirmary. My previous run, it was definitely sparring ring. We're going infirmary. This choice is irreversible. Don't care. That's what we're doing. Alright. And that should, I think... Oh, this is my armory here, though, isn't it? Yeah. That's my armory. So the infirmary... I think it's down here. Yeah? Or it will be. Okay. Right, so after talking to all these characters, I don't think I'm missing anyone. Talk to Cassandra, we've got her expedition, we've completed all Sarah's stuff, we've got Dorian's quest available, we're doing Blackwall's quest. We don't have a quest for Cole. But I've exhausted all my conversations with him. I do have an expedition for him. Vivienne, we've got quests for her. Solus, we've got no quests, but I've exhausted all my options for him too. Varric, we've got quests to do. I don't know if we've got anything for Bull either, but I have talked to them all. So, okay. As well as all of the advisors. We've finished Josephine's story. Well, for now. Alright, so we'll go back to the expedition table. Dinner was good. Crispy potatoes were very crispy. Well, it would be a damn shame if your crispy potatoes weren't crispy, buddy. That's always good, though. If they come out good, that's all that matters. Alright, so today was a very, very talky session, and that's okay. That means I get a few days to mess around to try and any spare time I get I could do the Exalted Plains. Which means if I get on Sunday, I can focus on a main story or something.
Have you had any trouble with them?
Not at all. I will inform you if that changes.
Alright, let's get that. I sent word to several comrades. Knowing or not, the merchants behind the Venatori caravan have now lost most of their worth because of it. The Red Jenny Charade is watching to see where they scatter. We got no rewards. Cool. That'll probably unlock something else later. Locate the missing seekers. So that's Cassandra's expedition. Exalted Plains resources. What do we get from here? Rashvine, Viridium. That's it? Okay, I'm not too worried about either of those. Recent invasion. Okay, and that's Cole's one. Okay. So, locate the missing seekers. The attack on Haven showed that Corypheus corrupted and controlled the Templar Order. This should have been impossible under the watch of her fellow Seekers, but they, and particularly Lord Seeker Lucius, are nowhere to be found. Have they vanished, or, as Cassandra believes, was something done to them? With effort, the truth may come to light. Okay, so Cullen's not available. Liana, the Seekers have many secret hideaways, according to Cassandra. These would be the first places agents should search. I'm probably going to be her, I think. Someone must have seen these Seekers or given them safe harbour, entice them with a reward, and leads will follow. No, Liliana.
Let's see what we have.
And we'll check out the coal expedition. Sister Liliana, per your request, after seeing that no mage named Reese was present at the conclave at the time of the explosion, I began my search. It appears, based on reports gathered from rebel mages, that Reese had originally intended to be at the conclave, but the former Templar Evangeline persuaded him not to attend. She believed corruption within the Templars sought to exacerbate the conflict, and this merited investigation. Evangeline was last seen not far from Valferma, where a merchant described her as fighting other Templars and being taken, injured but alive. Reese came through the area not long after searching for her. The forests near Valferma offer many places to hide. The Inquisition could track down these renegade Templars if you so order. Yours in service, Walker. Walker knows the area. She and her scouts can get Reese and Evangeline out safely. I have friends in the area who would gladly help rescue someone so important. The Inquisition. My men can cut through the forest and recover Reese and Evangeline. And Liliana's the best option. Damn it. And I just put her away on another mission. Okay. So Emerald Graves costs 8. I'm already below the cost that I need for both of those. Do I want to unlock the Emerald Graves? No, I'm in no rush. I'm going to try and get as much of the Exalted Plains done as I can before doing either of these. Because it's just going to make certain things later. So happy you had an idea for the Sobers videos and like a heartbeat effect of the logo. Oh my god. What, so that the actual logo pulses? Dude. That's kind of sick. I love that. That is kind of sick. Oh, thanks, Gammy. Be gone, thought. Okay. So, with that, yep, that's being done as we speak. So, let's go to the Exalted Plains. I want to at least try throwing some hands with my new weapon. Nobody's card has changed after all the talking we've done. Oh, okay. Sarah's is the only one that's changed. I don't think Dorian's has changed. So we've done, that means we've done most of Sarah's story. Come smash! Get him! No mercy. Hey, Blue Nova. I am. Probably not for too much longer, though. It's about to hit 10 o'clock. I'm literally about to go out and test my new weapon. And that's probably me for the night. It's just been a very, very talky stream where I've been catching up with all the companions and advisors and bits and pieces.
Inquisitor.
Why am I in my casual gear? Why am I not wearing my armor? What? That's better. That was weird. Okay. I literally just want to go hit something and see what the new weapon's like. You figured? Yeah, it is about that. Oh yeah, I've also got this. Also, I don't think I found this in any of my previous playthroughs. Cassandra's got a new weapon too. Look at this axe, man. Look at this. I don't recall ever having found that before, but I found it the other night in the Storm Coast, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And how did I miss it? It's glorious. I had a blog post on all the accessibility options in Veilguard. Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, more accessibility is always good. I am have always been a big fan of more accessibility options for people. Oh, hey, look, there's people. Yeah, there it is.
Keep off the ramparts? I wonder why.
The Inquisition have arrived. They will take the Dales and say it is the Herald of Andraste's right. There is no such right. These lands should be yours. We cannot allow the Inquisition to gain a foothold. As always, true defenders, you know what to do. You found it before? I have no idea. Like, I was I'm sure I was incredibly thorough on my previous playthrough, and I don't think I ever found that. Path of Flame. Remember Andraste's champions first set foot in the Exalted Plains called Dirt? Death Arvin. Halam Shiral's dark heart was conquered, but one last challenge came from the elves, who would not submit to the Maker. They gathered upon the plain, our champions answered their call, marching in Andraste's light on the path of flame. Sir Demetrius Aron, Sister Amity, and Sir Brandis of Luck Celestine, called the Silver Helm. Like all the UI stuff, subtitles. Nice. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what it all looks like in Guardians of the Path. Let the light of Andraste lift your spirits. Seeing what sort of options and everything else we've got will be really, really cool. Race fight. There it is. Eternal flame, purify your soul. Dude, that new energy barrage that I've got now is so cool. Fire and ice energy barrage. Delightful. So cool. Learned of an armor set I've never come across though. It's for Cass or Viv if they were divine in Trespasser. Yeah, I'm sort of wondering because there's been schematics and other things that have come up that I've kind of wondered about. Like I've seen, it's like I don't remember that. I don't remember that bit of gear or that bit of armor. And then like yeah, having the like seeing that weapon specifically made me go, did the DLCs add stuff to the world? Like extra loot drops in the world or something, not just stuff you get in this specific DLC area. Tauntshit. Dear sir, encloses payment for the last shipment. The Lord greatly enjoyed the fish. Prepared exactly as you recommended. How do you do it? Please keep them coming. Here's a hankering for trout this week. Video. Because the I never played the game after I finished Trespasser. I never went back to it and played more. I was happy to leave it at that. So what did I miss here? Oh, loot. You want to know a neat bit of lore regarding the armor you're wearing? Sure. Is it the skin that stalks or something, right? I'd see room, I'm not worried about that. Yeah, I'm not going to continue for too much longer. I might just...
We've been scouting the region, Your Worship. I've some supplies here you may find useful.
Legion Fire Shield. Flame Shield. Lion Shield. I can words. Or at least I used to be able to. And then I took an arrow to the knee. Wait. That doesn't sound right. Where are we going? That way for some reason. Ah, because there's a ton of camps. You know what? That's our goal. Let's get to that camp. Western Ramparts. Death.
One down.
That's just ridiculous. I love it so much, but it is incredibly ridiculous. I don't need to be more powerful. Claim that. Lindurane's fall. Remember the victory of the Dales. The elves were murderous and wild, for the Maker's grace did not touch them. The wildest of them was the she-elf Lindurane, wielder of the great blade Ivanora. Defiant to the last, she met Sir Brandis, the Silver Helm, in single combat, and he bested her. With Lindurane fell the Dales. It's from Trespasser, and the codex on it tells you how it was made. It's horrifying, and it's made by Gillenane. Oh, the armor I'm wearing? The skin that stalks? I mean, I suppose it's literally got the name skin in it. So, I guess that's a tip, isn't it? Hi. Bye. Broken. I'm broken. It's kinda just funny. Well, I suppose I did just upgrade this weapon quite a bit. Freeman messages. I want you and your men to collect the dead and bring them to the ramparts. We have to burn them, gather them together, then leave. I'll deal with it from there. This building's on fire. Bottles on the wall. It's dark, man, especially what we know about Gillenane, and this is even before Veilgar was revealed. Ugh, okay. That way, huh? Oh, yeah, there it is. Cool. Get myself a camp set up. And look at that, it's after 10 o'clock. Yep, just kind of went straight for the camp. There's another one there. Okay, cool. Well, it doesn't really feel like we sort of ran around and did much tonight. It was all just talking and conversation. But honestly, the amount of stuff we unlocked, the amount of conversations we had, the amount of lore bits and pieces, the amount of progression with the characters we got, I'm happy with that. Even though my goal was actually to sort of come here and get some stuff done before heading up the next main story, but that's fine. Yeah, sometimes they're the best sessions. That's what I mean. I even put in my title, either I was going to do to attend a siege or a party. I was either going to do the next part of Hell Eyes the Abyss or Wicked Eyes, Wicked Hearts. And I was just like, there's a quest line I want to do before I do that. And I needed to remember where it was, and it's in the Exalted Plains. And so I unlocked this. Then I thought, oh, I'll go craft myself the new weapon with all of the materials I've got. Then I started talking to people at base, and that's what the session became. That's what it ended up being. The rest of tonight was me just talking to everybody at Skyhold. All right, it is after 10. I'm gonna get myself sorted for work tomorrow. Take something, so hopefully this hay fever clears up. Because oh boy, much like a TTRPG. That's exactly right. What have we got? Oh, Mermaid was on. She's clearly finished for the night. I don't know. Maybe I don't. I really shouldn't. If I go this late, I really just can't raid because I can't stick around, and I always feel bad when I raid and I can't stick around. Maybe I won't. Yeah, like it's just if it's earlier, it's okay because I can sort of afford to sit around for a bit and be involved and engaged. But when it gets to this time, like I'm literally I would raid and then get up and walk away. So I might not. Again, it might just be another one of those nights where because I'm finishing so late, I'm gonna leave it.
What? No. Is that what you're trying for?
That was the question that began this whole thing.
That was your question. I just hoped something on the map would rhyme with arse. Besides, I don't know or much care where I was born.
Arse.
Oh, for me.
And I don't think I'm going to get a better outro than that. Hit up your favorite streamers, guys. Go spend some time with them. Show them some love. Thank you for spending some time with me. I appreciate it. I'm going to try and come back on Sunday, maybe, and do some more of this, maybe. Or I might try our Adventurer Guild. We'll see what happens. That was hilarious. That was beautiful. Couldn't have said it better. Have a good night.